Alright Gunners, today we're breaking down Battlefield Hardline's professional sniper class. Alright, now before you go running off thinking you're a professional sniper like Leon, let's go ahead and break down the class and see what works best for you. We got snipers, baby. The professional is this game's long-range expert. He can bring down the enemy while staying far away from any danger or return fire. There's not a huge rifle selection this time around, so for the police, you're going to want to go ahead and go with the Remington 700. Now this is my favorite sniper rifle of all time. Maybe I'm a little biased, who cares? For the criminals, the AWM is just too unwieldy, so you're going to want to go ahead and go with the starting sniper rifle instead, the Scout Elite. It even comes with a straight pull bolt, so you won't need to de-scope after every shot. Now, if you complete the professional syndicate assignment, then you will get access to the powerful 300 knockout, and this bad boy can be used with both the cops and the robbers. Very easy to control, though it has a little bit less range. Other than sniper rifles, the professional also has access to the semi-auto weapon class. Alright, and these guns are beasts. For the criminals, you can't go wrong with either one. I lean more towards the PTR 91 myself. It's a good for medium range killing. For the police though, the SOCOM 16 is easily the best in class for these guns. This thing is a mule. Only 2 to 3 shots and you're dropping guys. Every time I use this gun, I feel unstoppable. I love it. It's easily one of my favorites. Now as I wrap up this little killing spree here, taking out their spawn truck, let's go ahead and transition to looking at the sidearms. For the sidearms, the professional has access to the full auto Glock 18C and the burst firing 93R. These are some of the most deadly pistols in the game, and for good reason. That sniper rifle up close, it's pretty useless, so the professional has been given access to some really powerful pistols to kind of protect himself in close quarters. Alright, you can also gain access to the MAC-10 if you go ahead and complete some of the assignments for the professional. These guns allow you to have a decent weapon if you're in close quarters, where a sniper rifle would be almost useless. So make sure you use them if you're in close quarters combat. My favorite is to use the Glock 18C. I think that the gun's on point. It saves my butt every time I'm in close with the sniper rifle. Now let's go ahead and move on to the gadgets. The professional comes equipped for deception. Like old boy Makarov said, all warfare is based on deception. We're talking about decoys, laser trip mines, stealth training, cameras, all that good stuff. So to start off the list, we have the little decoy. This thing is like a little boombox that's going to emit multiple fake gunshot sounds and mini-map readings to your enemy. You can also see what the decoy is telling the other team by looking at the white markers on your own mini-map as well. Now these things are telling you what they can see, but you know that they're fake because they're white. This can be a good device to use on hot objectives to confuse the enemy, giving you that slight advantage. Next up are the laser trip mines. These things are a lot of fun to use, and they can protect your back from those pesky trolls. Much like the Claymore from previous games, the trip mine is an explosive that blows up anyone foolish enough to set it off. They emit a little laser beam that, when touched, blow the victim sky high. The enemy can see this red laser, however, so make sure you place it where the laser beam will be less noticeable, close to the ground, in bushes, things like that. By the way, it's going to look green to you and to your teammates. So if you see green laser beams, don't worry, those are your buddies or your own trip mines. You see red, don't touch them. You can defuse them though by either shooting them or holding X on top of them if you see them and they're dangerous. Alright, so no red laser beams, green is good, red is dead. Moving on. Cameras. These little guys will tag any enemy player who comes into its line of sight, putting him on the mini-map for all of your team to see. Now while you can only carry 2 at a time, they stay put after you die, and you can have a total of 3 out at any time. So when you spawn back in, put 1 more out to get benefit of all 3 of those to get those intel assists. Now here's a quick pro tip. The cameras have to be facing the direction you want them to cover. They can only see for about 70 meters, and each camera can only tag 1 enemy player at a time. Don't have them covering the exact same area, or else they will both tag the same person, and they're going to limit your financial gains, bro. Now last, and probably least, is going to be the stealth training. Equipping this will allow you to be much more quiet when you move, and opening doors will be much less noticeable. Now here I have the stealth equipped. I open the door, nice and quiet. Now this is without the stealth, same door. Ooh, that's loud. Sounds like Helen Keller walking through a china shop. So this is a good gadget if you want to be sneaky and creep up on people like Chester the Molester, but really you're probably better off using other gadgets. The stealth really isn't too beneficial in this game, but hey, it's your call. What works best for you, right? So that's it for the gadgets. Professional, you can either choose to dig in, sit back with a sniper rifle, trip mines and cameras to cover your back, or you can grab a semi-auto and bring the fight to the enemy. This versatile class can be very rewarding if you spend the time to master bullet drop and learn the best angles to shoot from. Remember, a good sniper is always an asset to his team. A crappy one can be its downfall. If you think this class is right for you, then suit up and get sniping. Otherwise, leave it to the professionals. So that's going to wrap up the professional class breakdown, fellas. You can check out the other class breakdowns right here and find out what works best for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. And if you liked the video and want to see more like it, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there on the streets. ReconKings out.